everyone, it's me, Peter at Paradise, and today's video is going to be a mouse cage tour. So this is the very first cage tour you'll ever see of the mice. Obviously the mice are still fairly new, and I thought today I'd just give you a quick cage tour of the cage. So I know I normally give you guys a cage tour with music and no talking, but I thought for once I'd give you a cage tour with talking because it just seems more interactive that way, and also it means you guys get to have a little update on the mice with how they're doing. As you can see, they are doing really well. Latte's just eating out the bowl and Papayah's just under the little bridge, and she's also eating. They're all eating, but pretty much. And they're all doing really well. So, yes. So on this side of the cage, we have their 6.5-inch silent spinner. And they love running on this. I'm always seeing them on this every night. They also love pooing in it as well, so I have to clean it a lot. Like I do with all the wheels, they all have to get cleaned daily. Aside that, we have their little lion hideout, which they always love going in. I sometimes see them all bundled up together inside of it because they're all so small still. Then we have their boredom breaker activity suspension bridge, which is just hanging up in the cage, and oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much they love this bridge. I'm always seeing them climb on it, sit on it. They just love it. And near the centre of the cage where Papayah is, we have their little Bendy Bridge, and they do like going through this and also climbing on top of it as well. Next to the Bendy Bridge we have their food bowl, but as you can see it's a right mess because they've all been in and out of the bowl. They always make such a huge mess with the food, so that's kind of just scattered everywhere. Now just beside the bowl we have a loo roll tube buried under the bedding. You probably can't see it very well, but it is a little underground tunnel, that's what it's supposed to be. And they do actually like to go in there and under it. Latte may go under it for us. Are you going to go under it? Yay! As you can see. On the other side of the cage we have one of their rodent Trixie Wheels, and this is the blue and green one. And aside that, where Latte is currently, we have the other rodent Trixie Wheel, which is a black version. And they love using their wheels, they're on them every night. I don't know why mice love wheels so much, I suppose it's for the same reason as hamsters. But they really do love running on them, and they're on them every night. And as you can see, Papayah is straight on that wheel, so they love them so much. So just down here where Mocha currently was is their tunnel, and they really like going through this tunnel. They literally go through it every day, so it's definitely a favourite of theirs. And then down here we just have their little wooden tube, which actually came from the suspension bridge. Then inside the cage, just next to the door, we have their mini deluxe water bottle. And the reason why it's inside the cage is because when this was actually outside the cage, it actually made the bar spacing much bigger than it was, and I thought that they could easily squeeze through that. So it's just inside the cage, and that works really well for them. It's a nice height for them. As you can see, Papayah was just having a little drink. So aside that, we just have a barrel roller chew. And they really love chewing on this, as you can tell. So it's a great little chew for them. And I sometimes even catch them rolling it around, which is just adorable. Aside that, we have their sleep and play cheese block. And they really like using this. They use it as like a hideout and also a toy, because they're always going through it and sometimes even just staying in there for a bit. So it's a great little toy for them. In the far back corner of the cage, we have their bed area. And it's basically a wooden hut which came with the cage. And inside is just some shredded tissue paper, along with their Fitch bedding mixed together. And aside that, we have their shredder log tunnel, and they're currently in that right now. They really like it actually. I recently put that in there for them, and I already noticed one of them was chewing on it and immediately going inside of it, so I think they really like it. So the first thing on the second level is just a loo roll tube, and as you can see they have shredded a lot of it. And they also love going through it as well. So in the corner of their second level we have their flying saucer. And I do see them go on this sometimes. They don't use it as much as the other wheels, but they still do use it, especially when it's outside of the cage in their play box. On the other side of their cage we have another hut, which also came with the cage, and they actually like to go in there a lot and also climb on top of it. And aside that we just have another little wooden chew, and this time it's just a pet dyed yellow chew. Okay, so I think that's enough of the cage now. You guys probably want to see lots of the mice, so that's exactly what I'm going to show you now.